Vivek joins in to highlight how Wipro's performance has gone down with the brokerages.
Well, Wipro, for a change, it's actually exceeded brokerage estimates. But, one thing that you have to keep in mind that all these exceeding of expectations is after the one-off that has happened. Now, remember this particular one-off, the company actually had a one-time impact related to a settlement with National Grid. So if you exclude that, the numbers have come into the upper end of what the brokerage community was anticipating. So if you're talking about the IT services revenues, up almost 1.5% on a year-on-year basis, and a lot of brokerages are actually saying that there exists upside risk to their target price as well as their EPS estimates as far as Wipro is concerned. The other thing that a lot of brokerages are enthused about is the fact that a lot of healthy deal revenue momentum is being seen as far as Wipro is concerned, and EBIT margins, which has expanded quite significantly, excluding the one-off, has actually gone ahead and beat Morgan Stanley estimates by almost 180 basis points. So again, a lot of positives being taken as far as Wipro is concerned, but still, optically, the numbers on a sequential basis are weak, given the fact that a one-time impact actually impacted the bottom line quite severely.
Okay, in fact, it turned out to be a mixed quarter from the software major Wipro. While revenues growth was healthy, the margins disappointed because of a one-off settlement with a client. So what's really the way forward? Chandraj Srikanth, my colleague, caught up with the top brass at Wipro. Let's hear out what they had to say.
So we've given our third quarter guidance, Chandra. So that is the visibility for third quarter. But overall, I feel quite comfortable with the demand environment and the investment in capabilities that we have done at Wipro. Our ability to service that demand is quite good. So in summary, I feel quite good, and our third quarter guidance reflects that. Also, if you notice the Q2 performance, it is secular across our verticals, our service lines and our geographies. Right. So that also is a factor of comfort that it is quite sustainable. Actually, on the comment that you made on revenue versus margin, I am more delighted by our margin performance. Okay. Of course, I'm very happy with the revenue performance, but the margin improvement on an operational basis is much steeper. So I think we've executed well. The credit goes to the entire team, which has done quite well on both revenues and margins.
Right. Jatin, I have two questions to ask you. First is, if I calculate your guidance for the third quarter based on the reported revenue of 1042 million, it would be a degrowth of 0.5% to 1%. But if I remove that and calculate it on 1008, it would then be 1 to 3%. So why the decision to really carve out that India business? What's the rationale here? How should we look at this now?
As we spoke about in our press conference, we really believe that a separate segment will help us drive the right priorities for this business, which is really executing well, completing a large system integration program in line with our commitment, and improving the effectiveness of the capital employed in that part of the business. And since the rhythm of this business is very different from the rest of the India business or our global business, we think it is served well by a separate segment, which helps investors see it in the same light as we do internally and provides more transparency.
Right. Banu, in terms of the vertical in industries, BFSI has been doing well for you, but what other sectors or which other sectors can we see a pickup in potentially, if you can give us some clarity on that?
So 4 of our BUs have grown above 4% this quarter on quarter, right? So this is a secular growth across these 4 verticals. Obviously, BFSI has done extremely well. And we'll also see the consumer sector doing very, very, very well for us, ENU picking up, and we are seeing comms doing well right now. So we do see that these 4-5 sectors are doing really well right now for us. And even in the services that we offer right now, we have seen a significant momentum coming out of all the